Hello, my name is Manuel from Oputteh Studios. I'm excited to welcome you to our first of its kind for the month of May Design Lab Me versus Me Challenge. Okay, so in this particular design challenge, you get to challenge yourself to redo a design you have done before. Okay, and we choose the design you redo, you don't choose for us. Okay, so we come to your inbox or we come to your timeline, we check up your works and we pick the most interesting one to us, the most difficult one to redesign, the most amazing design you have done, and we have to present it out for you to work on. Okay, so the idea of this is for you to get creative in, iterate and make more stuffs out of what you have already done. So it also gives our members the ability to actually expand their horizon, to understand that a particular design is not the final level of that particular design. Okay, so you can do even more better. So the idea is to make the design you have done before and even make it better. So right here we have, for the month of May, we have Redesign, we have 𝗣𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚, we have Austin, we have Favour Emmanuel, and we have Favour. So these 5 persons will be competing against themselves, not with one another. This is a very healthy competition we do in Design Academy. All our competitions are healthy if we actually call that a competition. So these persons will be remaking the design they have made already. So all of them have singular designs, which I'm going to be showing you in a couple of moments, where they are going to redesign. They redesigned actually, and you're going to tell with me in the comment section if the old one was better than the new one, or if the new one is better than the old one. So are we ready? Okay, let's get into it. So this Me versus Me competition, it's been changed. The name will be modified later after now, but without further ado, let's get into the main project. So here with us, we are starting up with 𝗣𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚 Studios. Okay, so 𝗣𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚 Studios made this design a few months ago, and I was actually observing, and I love the concept of this design. REDESIGNED Academy, like I said, it's a brand that deals with courses. They offer courses online, courses of different structures, so just like an academy. Okay, but academy that is in a kind of vast in their course provision. They are kind of multi-mineral kind of academy that provides multiple kind of course. So this REDESIGNED, I love the concept at the top. There's 3 stars at the top representing standards to me, and the W making it look more sense, or making it look as though this is a W and an M. That's REDESIGNED. I don't know if you get the point. So this is very clear and simple. I love the concept of this design for the fact the iconography looks more interesting to me. It can stand alone and still represent the brand itself. Okay, so people can get used to this, and it is easier for them to recognize the brand anywhere. So this was a previous brand he made. So let's get to the new brand he made. So practically this is the new brand. You can tell with me that things have actually changed here. Okay, so the W is at the top now, and this D is below. So we're having a D below here, and we're having a W above here. And this is a standard form. This is like a crown, kind of representing the identity we have from the previous one. Okay, so this crown kind of represents the standards as we have from the previous one. So he did a very magical and wonderful work here. And as you can see, he made some kind of modification in his design. We have a more subtle font than the previous one. And even in the bottom tagline, I'll call this their motto. It's also called the tagline. This previous one have a very tiny font here, which is making it very difficult for me to see from afar. But in this particular one, it is a little more obvious now. He made a little more adjustments, which means there's a lot of improvement. So this can also switch to the previous color, but we decided to go with a different color so we can actually see what it could be in a particular different perspective. So I hope he can make a kind of presentation with this, share with his client. If his client try to move over to this, that is a different charges for that. So congratulations, 𝗣𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚, you did a very wonderful work. Do let me know in the comment section below if you love the previous version of 𝗣𝗟𝗔𝗬𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚 projects on REDESIGNED, or you like the current version. So let's get to the next one. Next one is a website design. This is a website done by REDESIGNED, okay? So this is the previous version. He did this website last month, and I observed and I decided that I'm going to include it in this particular project because I love the layout, I love the concept of everything. The content at the left side, left aligned, and the image and the visual presentation at the right side. I love the concept of this hero section, and I think it's something we have to redesign. So let's get to see, actually this is a slide, okay? This will be sliding different images. So let's get to see the new concept and what changes have been made. So this is a new concept. As you can see, this is very amazing. This is very amazing. So this is a jewelry brand that deals with many vast majority, many kind of quality jewelries, and he did a very wonderful work in the imagery in the current one. The background all being full blown. I love the fact. This being responsive, I just wonder how this could be if it's trying to be responsive. But with what we have in the hero section for the web view, I love the interface so much. Now we have two buttons here. Do we have two buttons in the previous one? No, we have just one button here, which leads you to store. But in the new one, we have two buttons. We have the explore, the store, and we have the buy now. I wonder why what the buy now is doing when you can still explore the store. If it's buy now, it could be for this particular product. I don't really know. I love the countdown here, the list. This is very interesting, like kind of giving a kind of proof of your previous activity with your previous clients and all of that. Being in the hero section makes a lot of sense, and I think I give previously I was supposed to give a kind of rating for this. Okay, so for this 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗬 previously, for this previous one modified to this new one, I give this an 80 out of 100. Okay, now in Redesign, in his work here, I love the new concept here. It's very interesting the way he went to. I also give this 80 out of 100. So you guys can comment below if you like the previous one or if you like the current version. So let's move to the next. So here we have Favour Creative. So Favour Creative did this project for a client previously before now, Orisa. Orisa is a brand, like I said, it's a brand that deals with automobiles, okay? So they deal on car renting, car sales, and car listing and all of that. So Orisa, I love this concept. It did last 2 months or so, and I decided we have to include it in the design secretly. I was including the redesign competition. Okay, so this is the previous version of Orisa, and you see the concept and arrow pulling up from the bottom part up, and I love the idea with this. The arrow sign could be reduced a little because this is too bogus. Okay, integrated services. This makes a lot of sense to me. So let's see the new concept, and I love the fact he used. Let me zoom closely here. I love the fact he used a kind of advanced gradient for this O. So which means this O can stand alone on its own and stand as an iconography for the brand. So let's see the new concept for Orisa made by Favour Creatives. So the new concept, and I love the color changes from here. I love the color changes, and you see the arrow from this point, he moved it to the back part of the ear. I wonder how he did that. This is magical. I love this so much. And the concept here, why I love this more than the previous one, was because a car brand wouldn't like to go with the color green, okay? So I think this blue color makes this stand out the more than the green color. This makes a perfect sense. For this, I give it an 80 out of 100. Comment below what you think about this brand for Orisa made by Favour, if you like the previous one or you like the current one. So let's get to the next, which is the second to the last one. So we have here 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗟𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚. This was done by REDESIGN. REDESIGN have been with us for a very long time, and he's doing wonderful work, okay? So he did this work some time ago, that was last year or so, and I picked interest in this project, and I love this presentation. If I show you the presentation of this project, you will be marveled. So I love the fact that he made a nice work on this, but I decided we have to make a redesign. But let's see how the design concept look. As you can understand, this is kind of reds at the edges. We have some reds here, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗬𝗟𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚 natural gift. So you see the 𝗖𝗛 having this kind of E inside, and we have a leaf guiding the E. So this is actually a leaf, but I would have loved the fact he added a kind of stroke of a leaf around here. Let me zoom closely so you can see. So I would have loved the fact he added a kind of leaf stroke striking from the bottom part to this part. You get the point, get what I mean? So that lift stroke will make it look more realistic. But with what we have, I still love the concept. So let's get to the new one and see what we did here. Wow. So this is a new concept, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗟𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗚 natural gift. Okay. So this natural gift should come below the 𝗖𝗚, because this is 𝗖𝗚 natural gift, not natural gifts 𝗖𝗚, unless it is natural gift by 𝗖𝗚. Okay, so next time make sure you don't put the natural gift at the top and 𝗖𝗚 below, because the main name should come first before the tagline. Okay, so I love the fact, the concept here. This is a very more minimalistic concept compared to the previous one. This is a more minimalistic, a flat design, as I can see. So the E is getting on with the flower. The icon, you did a very wonderful work. The icon, I scored this 100% for the icon. For the design in general, I still scored this 80 out of 100. Still comment below, guys, what you think about this brand. If he did better on the previous one, or you love the current nice and simple and simplistic and flat concept. So that is 𝗖𝗚𝗔𝗬 by Redesign, and this is called 80 out of 100. Now let's get to the final but not the least. I think this is one I love so much, and this is done by Austin Reigns. Okay, so Austin Reigns made this urban farm design 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and I picked interest in it, though I don't like the concept very much, but I love the part of this particular angle. I don't like the leaf aspects from here. I don't really like that concept. Urban farm is very nice concept. The box here, what he did from here makes a lot of sense. If these leaves were kind of practically simpler or flatter leaf, it would have made more sense. Okay, but we decided to make a redesign of this. So let's see what the redesign looks like. So wonderful. So now we see we have a more flatter leaf this time, which means all these guys doing these works are really improving as the day goes by. So this also shows a kind of improvement in design concept, as we can see. So you see the previous leaf as we have here is more looking like a lively leaf, which doesn't make sense for a flat design. And this concept, the problem I'm having with this concept is that it is not scalable and it is not also convertible. What I mean by convertible is that you can convert this particular concept to just be like what we have in 𝗖𝗚, just one single color. 𝗖𝗚 can be converted to white color, it can be converted to blue color, and we don't have any alteration to the concept itself. But we can't do that here. When we convert these, what you are going to be able to see is the leaf and the box. You are not going to see the concept of design. So the redesign, he did a very wonderful work here. We can see everything when this is converted. When this is converted, we see the leaf, and these black lines will act as the stroke. So these strokes will be removed so that these separate grasses will be shown separately on their own. So this is a very nice design, minimalistic design. Most brands these days are going with more minimalistic concepts, and I think you did a very wonderful work here, Roman Reigns. And that is just the compliment I can give on this. I love this concept. Shifting from this to this makes a lot of sense to me. The idea of using a more flatter leaf here and using a concept that is convertible makes a lot of sense. So keep it up, guys. You did a very wonderful work. That is it for our redesign me versus myself competition for the month of May. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for the month of June, if you find it interested and you want to join the competition, comment below this particular post and I will check on your portfolio or profile and I'll see if we can have any design we can pick up for the month of June. Mind you, even if you participated in the month of May, you can also participate in the month of June. Okay, so it's not like you're done with the month of May and you're scared of month of June. You can just pick up the courage. As you can see, you did very wonderful works here, and the fact that you guys actually modified from the previous one, I pointed out the most important things that have been modified from the previous version. Like from Dave's design, we pointed out something, pointed out the colors that he used and how flat he made the design look more. That's the design. In his footer, he now have a more bolder text alignment for the motto or the taglines now, and the concept also made a lot of change. Roman Reigns have gone from the regular abstract concept to now a flatter minimalistic design. Fioneri did a very wonderful work in his design by making it look more and more interesting with color and removing the arrow from the O and adding it to the A in a more creative way. And also using this modern gradients, advanced gradients is most interesting part of it. And Favour Design did a very wonderful work in his user interface design for his website. He did for a client, or he did for his portfolio. He did a very wonderful work that making the whole background more even, spreading out using a kind of image that works for left alignment and have the text by the right, and also adding some kind of proof, social proof at the bottom right part of his hero section. So you all guys did wonderful work. The essence of this particular design challenge is to help you grow, help you understand that you can do even more better than you have done previously. And what inspired this particular competition was for the fact that I finished a concept for a client and the client wasn't impressed about it. But after a few months later, the client came back and they say, oh, I think we have to make a change to this. Okay, so with that in mind, I started thinking, what will I do to make this design better, even though I love the concept we have made for the client. The client didn't reject the project because he actually wants a new one, but because there is a little name change and a little brand color change and all of that. So we have to rebrand it and make a little more changes. So coming up to make a very wonderful design that the client was impressed with, and I was even more impressed with. That gave me the courage to also understand that we can even do better. And this also helps you to not get infuriated when a client says that they don't like a project. When a client says we don't like this project, this means that you can even do a better project than that. So I will applaud you guys for this wonderful presentations you have done, and we'll be waiting for next month, June, for the next set to be coming out for Design Lab, Me versus Me Redesign. Do have a wonderful day, guys. Once again, my name is Manuel from 𝗖𝗚𝗔𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗚𝗚 Academy.